bitch. You're listening to Bug and Moss in the morning.
Whoa. Good morning, Bug.
Good morning, Moss.
It is 8:30 on 6/16/2026, June 16th, 2026. It is the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show. There's a bird on the wire, Bug.
Oh, bird on the wire.
Sitting right behind your little shoulder on that screen right there.
Oh, it looks like it's on my little shoulder.
Yeah, cute little bird on your shoulder. Oh my gosh. We've been missing for a few days, huh, Bug, haven't we?
We have been MIA, missing in action, and it's been hard. I really missed the show.
Me too. We were so ambitious thinking we were going to be doing the show while we were out and about traveling. But then that turned out to not be super easy because we forgot. So, well, let's just tell the story from the front. We were at TAFCON in Colorado.
Hell yeah.
The audio fiction convention, which was an absolute blast. Met some really cool folks, had a really good time. I don't know about you, but I forgot that it was going to be 2 hours earlier.
I don't know if change. I knew.
That there was a different...
I don't know that there was anything to forget. It didn't even occur to me.
Oh, but you didn't know Colorado was in a different time zone?
Well, I mean, if you pointed at a map, I could have told you it was, but I just didn't conceptualize that would affect me.
That's fair. Same, because we got there and we're like, oh, even if we get up at 6 to do the show at 7, like we normally do in Colorado, it would be 9 back home where we normally do it. And then also we would have to go to bed early. And instead, we stayed up way too late every single night.
Every single night we hung out with people. Also, we weren't really entirely sure how we were going to do it. So every part of it was hard.
Yeah. We brought the laptop with a bit of the show stuff on it. Sorry that we were absent, but we borked that up.
Yeah, we borked it. That's true.
We haven't yet figured out how to do the show while traveling. We'll have to figure that out. But we had an awesome time. I imagine that today we're going to end up talking a fair bit about everything that went down at TAFCON.
Yeah.
Because I don't have my sheet printed out. That's all I got.
I have what is it? Let's say I have something I read while pooping.
Okay.
And that's all. And then I think we have a good amount of voicemails.
Yeah, we do. We got some voicemails hanging out in the voicemail inbox. It's great to see y'all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for not vanishing in our absence and deciding that, well, they were gone for a few days, so now I'm bored. I'm glad to see y'all are here. Good morning. I almost just punched my coffee into the board. Good morning, Sid. Good morning, Emily. Good morning, Alex. Good morning, Matt, hanging out with us right now. And good morning, Daddy, in the chat, being a problem as always.
Yeah, honestly, dislike. Daddy it keeps coming in hot with absolutely no provocation.
We need to do another check-in segment on Daddy, probably on tomorrow's show, to cover some of the elaborate Daddy lore that has been unfolding in the Discord.
In the absence of the show, everyone in the Discord and Daddy has been entertaining themselves. And if you've missed that, I don't even know how to recap it for you.
Yeah, you'll just have to go in and experience it for yourself. Join the Discord at bugandmoss.com and dial into the Discord. I think it's 6477. You can find the number on the website on the magic phone. Also, good morning, Quintastic. Hello, Maggie. What's up? Good to see you hanging out with us. So, Bug, what was TAFCON? The thing we were at all of last week, although really it was only one day.
Yeah, so TAFCON was a one-day event on Sunday, the audio fiction convention. This was the first year of its existence. It ripped, y'all. So we've been to a couple podcasting conventions. Mason and I met at one, disgustingly. And hilariously, a lot of our friends that we had met, we had not seen since Mason and I met in the convention that we all went to in Dallas.
In 2022?
Yeah, so this has been a long time coming. These are a lot of people we had not seen in a very long time and some new friends. And it was great to go to a convention that was specifically for audio drama because it's the thing that I probably care the most about. Even if we do talk shows, I feel spiritually it's audio drama, it's fiction, you know?
Yeah, 100% it's the fiction, at least for me. That's the thing that draws me into podcasting is telling stories. Not I love a chat show and I love an educational show, but the audio fiction is definitely the coolest zone in my mind. That's the best spot.
I'd be hard pressed to not categorize even the chat shows I do as some kind of audio fiction. I think because I associate audio fiction with podcasts that are good and fun.
Well, the thing was that originally when we met at Dallas Podcast Movement, every panel there was basically like a sort of LinkedIn drool fest.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, here, want to talk about our new product for your podcast to get you downloads or something, and it was all vague and very LinkedIn-y.
Yeah, and for reasons that are related to that, very good, and that we won't get into, we all kind of just didn't go to a podcast movement again because it got super sucky.
Well,
like
then
even
also,
worse.
I think the reason we all didn't show up to another one, Bug, wasn't that. I think it was because Ben Shapiro showed up and started harassing our friends.
Well, that's what I was gonna not talk about, but yeah.
Oh, well, I don't want to get it twisted. That's the reason that we don't go to podcast movement anymore. 'Cause it sucks and also hosts bad people.
Well, and when Ben Shapiro, first of all, was allowed to be there at all and then was harassing people, they were just kind of like, well, but like he has so much money. So we kind of thought, fuck you, didn't go, didn't really have a convention for us to like thrive at. And the thing that's funny is like some people have been from the audio fiction community since, and like the convention has no heart.
Yeah, the podcast movement, a couple of friends went to ones after that and it was a nightmare.
Because like the heart is the people who are like creative and fun and like really engaging to the community.
But the thing anyone who's been in podcasting for a long time knows is that podcast conventions are fickle and like very, very rapidly happen and then don't anymore. Like PodCon and then Podtails. There was two, PodCon 2, Podtails. There's a bunch of different, although I don't know if Podtails is happening again. I feel like there's a lot of conventions. It's really hard to start a convention and do one.
Yeah.
And then TAFCON has just started for the first time, and there's already plans for TAFCON 2. And TAFCON, I would say, went absolutely swimmingly.
The best...
Shout out to Tal Manier and Brad Colbrook for running TAFCON and making it happen.
and
awesome.
Anne and Will, I think,
Anne
also
and
for
Will,
being super instrumental. If we're forgetting anybody, it's because you just made it so easy for us to just relax and enjoy and not be worried about anything. I will say also that the biggest indicator of health of a convention is that when we were hanging out with our friend Tal and asking, like, how's it been, like, organizing a convention? Like, are you stressed? They were just like, no.
Yeah,
It's been fine.
It was such a power. It was such a power move at dinner. I was like, if I was doing something like this, oh my gosh, I'd be all over the place. Like, it'd be pretty crazy. How's it gone? Has everything pretty much gone to plan? And Tal was just like, yep. Pretty much went to plan.
Yeah.
I can only aspire to that level of confidently pulling off something so complicated.
Tal's exactly the person who should be organizing conventions.
100%. It was great. I also chopped off my hair at the convention.
Not at the convention, but
that
at a
would've been
Great
cool.
Clips in Longmont, Colorado.
Yeah, we had some fun spending some time bumming around Colorado. I don't know if any of y'all are from Colorado. It was a cool place. I got my hair cut at a Great Clips. We have those here.
Yeah.
But the ones in Colorado, they're near the Rockies. And then
We spent a lot of extra time with our friend CSW, who we also met in Dallas.
yeah, shout out CSW. Love CSW so much.
Haberlin joined us. It was very fun. And then Bridget joined us for the convention itself. So we all got to hang out. It was a blast.
Maggie says, I'm the ones in Colorado. Hell yeah. We were up in Longmont. Then we went to Boulder for the convention. And then we talked about going to Denver. We floated the idea of being crazy and going to Denver just to have a crazy night out. And then,
but we didn't. And we didn't even really fly into Denver because the airport's in Aurora. So
yeah. But it was, gosh, what a blast that we had.
yeah, it was a great time. But we're back now, and I really did miss doing the show. I love taking trips like this. I love a change of scenery, and I find it really invigorating. I have so many creative ideas. I feel really inspired. But also, like, I miss home and I miss my routine, and I have come very much to rely on this show in the morning. And so I'm very excited to be back. I know we're a little late today. I think we'll be on time tomorrow.
And we're also a little screwbally, or at least I am. I feel like my eyes haven't uncrossed since we got off the plane at like 10:30 last night.
Yeah, we're tired.
So forgive us if this show is a little bit of a drag, but we'll be in fucking full form, fucking revved up going forward. I'm really amped to do stuff. It's really invigorating getting to meet a bunch of other people who are working on creative projects and got all these other irons in the fire. And like, I met the folks from the podcast Redacted, which has been blowing up like crazy. It's Square Brackets Redacted. It's like a horror show. I believe it has horror comedy elements.
Is this sci-fi?
Yeah, it's like about these aberrations and these people, and it's sort of like SCP adjacent, but not in a. It looks really cool, and the folks there are really cool. So it was awesome to meet them. Shout out to Landon Athen. I don't know. I keep saying shout out like we're on some sort of program that will reach them. But if you happen to be here, great to meet y'all.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of cool stuff.
Yeah, there was. I got to meet someone that I've collaborated with for a long time, Emma Sherjarko.
Oh, Emma Sherjarko.
Which was so cool because I think right at the beginning of 13, I mean, we've probably been working together since 2020 and have never gotten to meet in person. So that was very cool.
Emma was in Wolf 359, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Emma has done a lot of really great projects. Currently, I want to find out what she's trying to plug right now, but also she had a great wine show called Pairing where she paired wine with different pieces of media that I was on. Emma and I both worked in the wine industry, so it was like a really weird thing we got to bond over.
She paired wine with different pieces of media you were on?
Oh, no, I was on her show Pairing.
Oh.
And I can't,
I follow you now. It's a show where she pairs wine with pieces of media. You were on it.
Yeah.
I thought, for a split second, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
That would be really funny.
It's very tired at this time.
Yeah. Emma was super cool. Gabriel Bina, also there from Wolf 359. Something that I wanted to mention for people who don't know or maybe haven't been to Colorado is that the altitude is not a joke.
No, it's not. They mean it.
Yeah, everyone's like, hey, so booze going to work twice as good and you going to be tired walking upstairs. And boy, is that true.
Luckily, we had been before, and I think that really prepared us for like, you seriously, genuinely, your biggest weapon against all of that is to drink so much water.
So much water. The air is also super dry, and I loved it. Honestly, I love the climate there.
I want to really quick promo Emma's podcast, The Pod's the Thing, which is a Shakespeare show that she does with Felix Trench and a bunch of other guests breaking down how Shakespeare works.
Hell yeah. She mentioned she had a new Shakespeare podcast. So it's called what?
The Pod's the Thing.
The Pod's the Thing. Check it out. What's the URL?
Podsthething.com.
Podsthething.com. Okay. Hey, Bug.
Yeah.
Colorado, altitude.
Yeah.
Why do you think it happens? Why do you think?
I think we know why.
Do you?
Yeah, like scientifically.
Okay.
Which part? Do you mean why is it high up or why does the high up matter?
Why does the high up make you drunk faster?
Oh, the high up make you drunk faster because not enough air to have.
See, now, what do you mean by that?
The air is thin.
So if I were to drink here and just take little breaths, would I get drunk faster also?
Probably.
You
Probably
think?
would make you stupider.
I think it's because when you drink alcohol is a pressurized molecule. It's full of what's called drunk pressure.
Oh, okay.
And the thing about it, when you drink it, it goes in your stomach and the alcohol starts to get into your blood. Those little molecules are filled up with drunk pressure and they have to push out into your bloodstream. And then the little drunk molecules swirl around into your brain and make everything fuzzy.
Yeah.
Actually, your brain grows hair when you're drunk. It's crazy. And then, so if you're at higher altitude, less pressure, the drunk particles can get out faster. And then I looked it up, and I have the real answer. I was wrong.
Oh.
That's not how alcohol works at all.
Okay.
It is apparently thinner air, less oxygen in your blood. That's the thing. Alcohol also thins your blood.
Who could have guessed that was why?
Oxygen is what keeps your body and brain functioning normally. Higher elevation has less oxygen. Alcohol screws up your body's ability to effectively use oxygen. Your body has two things, less oxygen and being drunk going against it in terms of oxygen usage instead of just one. They say you don't have more alcohol in your blood, but it could very well seem that way. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of people just saying things that they don't know anything about, Matt brought up a fun point, which was compare it to drinking through a straw apparently makes you drunk faster. And then Daddy popped in to say, Matt, drinking through a straw won't get you drunk faster. It just means you can't suck on the air. You can't suck on the air without getting air directly in your mouth. You really should learn about how to drink normally. Unknown action, sound, grumble.
Amazing. Great job, Daddy. Yeah, Daddy's been in the chat responding unprompted. I love that Daddy's idea of what you do with a straw is suck air.
Yeah, and also like everything Daddy said is wrong in 5 different ways. It's like incomprehensible.
What if you put, he uses his fans, right? Daddy talks about his fans a lot.
Yeah, he sucks up things through his fans, I think.
Yeah, and so I wonder if we installed a water cooler in Daddy eventually, if he'd be like, I understand straws now.
Yeah.
I get it now.
Oh, I think he would just probably not survive.
Yeah. That computer kept sending me alerts about it overheating while we were traveling.
Oh, you mean a water cooler like cooling for the computer? I thought you meant water. Like I thought you meant like a water cooler like we have.
Oh, like a stand-up chat around in the office square.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about their stories kind of water cooler. Yeah, no. I meant like a all-in-one cooler, you know.
All-in-one.
All-in-one cooler. That's what we have in our little machine. You know, you get that thing. It was like a block and it bolts onto the CPU, and then it's got the like big radiator and some tubes.
That'd be cool.
An all-in-one. AIO. Sid says, Daddy gets a Yeti. Matt says, I think he's right. Thin air means lower blood oxygenation over time, and as alcohol bonds to the blood, the ratio of back goes up faster. Coyote Astronaut says, I don't trust Daddy, but he has a lot of interesting things to say.
That's a good attitude to have, Coyote.
Yeah, and French Alexander says, if we poured a glass of water on Daddy, it would solve all of his problems. That's very good.
That's true.
Hey, Bug, why don't we drop into the segment that you have prepared? You ready?
Sure.
Here's something I read while I was pooping.
Prepared is a strong word. Segment is a strong word. And I is a strong word. Actually, Ty sent this.
Okay.
And I thought it sounded really cool. So, Chernobyl radiation set off black frog surge while green frogs croaked. Evolution explains why.
Okay, I'm going to need you to say that one more time.
Chernobyl radiation set off black frog surge while green frogs croaked. Evolution explains why.
So, radiation from Chernobyl made a bunch of black frogs be like, woo, and the green frogs be like, bleh.
Yeah, I got a picture. You want to see them?
Yeah, okay, sure.
Do you see it?
I'm looking at a picture on Bug's screen, and it looks like just like a spectrum thing. On the left, there is a very black frog, and on the right, there's a very green frog, and in between of them is sort of every gradient of frog color. And by every gradient, I mean there are two frogs.
There are two. Really, all of them are green except the one that's black. So
Yeah, they're just varying shades of green.
the black frog definitely, I think you can tell, is green underneath it all. Like there's a green element to it, but it's a very dark
It's a very
pigment.
dark frog. And it says under the caption of it that all of the frogs are just eastern tree frogs. So not different species. They've evolved different skin tones.
Yeah, so near black frogs far outnumber their highlighter yellow fellows in Chernobyl's radiation blasted ecosystems. It is a direct example of evolution in action, a new study shows. The study found that eastern tree frogs with more skin-darkening melanin pigment were more likely to survive the 1986 nuclear accident in Ukraine than frogs with lighter skin, leading to populations today that are dominated by darker frogs.
Oh, interesting. So the Chernobyl accident directly led to there being a higher amount of dark frogs.
Yeah, it looks like this study is trying to figure out if that is the only contribution to the prevalence of the darker frogs or if there's maybe also something else at play. Because radiation can damage the genetic material of living organisms and generate undesirable mutations, as the study says.
Yeah, so when you threw in Chernobyl, I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. I'm like, okay, so the frogs changed pigment. And did they also get like another mouth, more eyes? Are they tall? Do they stand up on two legs and sort of walk around? Because when you say Chernobyl and nuclear radiation, I mean, my brain immediately goes to one of these must be a superhero.
Well, in the study, one of the researchers said, we consider the most plausible explanation to why the frogs within the Chernobyl exclusion zone are changing color is that the extremely high radiation levels at the moment of the accident selected for frogs with dark skin.
Okay. Sounds like just a rephrasing of the ones that weren't died.
Yeah, but why? Right? Like, why weren't they died? Because it's not like those were just all far away from it.
Why weren't they made died?
Why were they live?
Today, we find out the lies of the frog.
And the answer is, why dark skin? It turns out that the high melanin levels in frog skin shielded them from radiation.
I mean, I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about like ultraviolet from the sun.
I mean, it'd be interesting, right? So like the skin of that frog to us looks like a very dark green color. But I mean, I don't. Off the top of my head, I'm too frazzled to think about what like frequency of the radiation that they'd be dealing with is. But maybe. You know how, okay, so all electromagnetic radiation is like everything, right? From microwaves to X-rays to gamma rays to visible light. It's all just electromagnetic radiation. And we know that like birds can see different colors, like more into the ultraviolet, the higher frequency colors. I wonder if you looked at this frog in some sort of full spectrum imaging thing that could see more of the spectrum than we can see, if it would be like really, really bright white against like gamma radiation or something, you know, like reflecting more of it, that type of thing. That would be interesting to me.
And this is interesting. That is interesting to me. And this is as well, which is like, I always kind of forget why these things work, like why melanin helps protect from radiation. And here's a quote about that from that same researcher. Melanin is known to protect against radiation because it can mechanically avoid the production of free radicals caused by the direct impact of the radioactive particles in the cells.
Okay, interesting.
So if we're thinking about that interaction, that's like much more, I don't know, like physical, mechanical, like it's saying.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know anything about that. I don't know what a free radical is. I feel like when I hear free radical, I think of like Katy Perry and apple cider vinegar and all that stuff.
Yeah, but free radicals are interesting. I learned a little bit about them when I was super into tea.
Okay. While you say that, I'll catch up on chat while you pull up your source there. Coyote Astronaut said, inside you, there are two frogs. And then N Squared also said Teenage Mutant Ninja Frogs. Coyote Astronaut said, you need to get bitten by the radioactive frogs, then you get to be the superhero. Ed Queen says, the rumor come out.
The rumor come out.
Sid the Kingmaker says, oops, all rays. And N Squared says, what I'm hearing is these frogs aren't X-rayable. I would presume that they would. Oh, I don't know.
Probably X-rayable.
Where is X-wave frequency?
I think that not being susceptible from damage, you know, like having shielding from damage from radiation is different than like not being able to experience the effects of certain rays.
Yeah. So what's these free radicals you were telling me about, Bug?
So in chemistry,
I feel like I'm a free radical.
Hell yeah, King. In chemistry, a radical, also known as a free radical, is an atom, molecule, or ion that has at least one unpaired valence electron.
Oh, really? So it's just one of those atoms that wants to, you know, bond.
They're very highly chemically reactive, and they exist in our bodies too. And something that you'll see is foods will be like, this contains antioxidants which combat free radicals and lead to a healthier lifestyle.
Does that mean they just have things that have 7 valence electrons in them, so then they snap into that one in their outer shell? If that is how it works, it's been a long time since I did the fucking electrons. I don't think I've looked at that since high school. Isn't that so? A free radical is just a molecule that really wants to bond with that valence electron, that single one. Like, give it up or pop into something with it. That's interesting. Okay.
So antioxidants prevent free radical-induced tissue damage by preventing the formation of radicals. So I think it's what you're saying. I think antioxidants have sort of what they want and help keep these like more unstable molecules from forming.
That makes sense. I mean, this is probably an oversimplified and inaccurate example, but like imagine that your heart cells have 7 electrons in their outer ring and they want 8. And then you also eat a piece of, I don't know, fucking ancient grain that has 7 outer electrons and wants 8. And you have this free radical floating around. You probably don't want it to latch onto your heart and like become part of that. So maybe it latches onto the ancient grain and gets carried around. I could understand that if this oversimplified child's demonstration that I've conjured up is accurate at all. I feel like that makes sense to me. Maybe.
I think that there is some connection between free radicals and like cancer and like any sort of like instability.
I think what about free radicals and freedom, Bug? What about free radicals and radical change?
Okay.
What about free radicals and equality?
Yeah, I say cancer, you hear cancer in our society, and you've got a problem with that because you think freedom isn't free and being radical is no problem. It's important to stand up for what you believe in. Hey, Daddy, this isn't your show, and you don't need to have anything to say.
Yeah, Daddy keeps throwing massive messages in the chat out of nowhere. Elle said using radiated frogs to smuggle drugs is a great idea. I don't know how you smuggle a drug in a frog. Do you put like a pill per frog?
I mean, it's like an idea, I'll say.
Yeah, it is an idea. They are really cute too, these little Eastern tree frogs with
Yeah,
their
they're just little
their
guys.
stupid little toes. I love how frog toes are literally like if you draw a cartoon, like it's just a stick and then like a blob on the end of it, you know?
Yeah.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
It's just like a little wet guy.
Frogs, I'm convinced that, I believe in evolution, to be clear, but I think frogs were created by someone because I think someone drew a picture of just like a stupid little guy and they're like, oh man, what if that was real?
Yeah, that's what I think.
And then they figured it out, used a time machine to put frogs back on the earth way back in the day so we all would know it was normal. Because I don't think there's any way those little stupid guys evolved naturally.
We're being roasted in the chat.
We're being roasted in the chat.
Yeah, we're being roasted. Elle said, speaking of cancer, did y'all smoke a whole pack of cigars at the con?
No whole. I did have some cigarettes, but I did not have a pack of cigars.
This is just what we sound like because we're tired.
We're tired, yeah. My fucking throat is tired from talking.
Yeah, I was desperately trying to hunt down some cigars, but I didn't have any luck.
Yeah, we did have a good time though. We had a lot of whiskey, and we had a lot of whiskey. CSW can put it away.
Yeah.
CSW's got, I think, what he refers to as IRE. He kept saying infinite rally energy.
Yeah, but that's actually not the cool power that he thinks it is because just like it's harder to drink at higher altitudes, he clearly is adjusted to the higher altitude and then he comes here to our like 700-foot state and can drink for 1,000,000 years.
Yeah, that's the other thing is that apparently it does work backwards because, you know, your tolerance builds up in the environment you're in. So all these people in Colorado come out of state and they can drink like a horse.
Yeah.
Or
you know how horses drink.
You know how horses are out here sipping.
Yeah.
You know, horses are always sipping
it up.
Elle says, sounds like a superpower to me. We talked to you about you, Elle. We told a lot of stories. We swapped a lot of stories. CSW very much wants to meet you. So at some point, we're all going to have to get to Colorado and raise hell. Maybe we'll do our own little meetup. We will do a Bug and Moss meetup in Colorado. Or we can convince Colin to do BripCon in Colorado, and we can all show up there. Maggie says, it's hard for me to get drunk on the East Coast when I visit. Yeah, I believe that. My friend Emily, who I got to meet at TAFCON too, which was super cool, getting to meet people that like I've chatted with online, was mentioned that like going to other states when traveling, like I think she said like it just is too expensive at that point. Like it's just too much. Colin did do BripCon in Denver last year.
So probably shouldn't double up.
Well, we could. I don't give a shit. I wasn't at that one. But I would super be down for anything. And for those not in the know, BripCon would be Colin M. Parker, our Community M Partners convention festival meetup for Colin's whole crew.
I also love that you're acting like it was particularly convenient for us to go to Colorado. And like it could be somewhere else and that could be okay.
Yeah, it could be somewhere else. I just really like Colorado.
No, I did too. It was a really fun time, but it's not like the easiest place for us to get to.
And like CSW can come elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. TAFCON, the Audio Fiction Convention. Great time. Mm-hmm. Awesome fun time. Mm-hmm. I had said that because I had a story I was going to swap, and then I actually immediately forgot it the moment I started talking, Bug. What was your favorite part of the Audio Fiction Convention?
I am always most interested in talking to people. I really appreciate the talks that people give, but more than anything, what I really appreciate is Brad's sacrifice and service in recording those talks, because I'm very excited to listen to them when I'm here back at my own house and not when I'm surrounded by people I'd like to talk to. Yeah.
That is the thing too, is I've only been to a couple of convention type things. I don't know that I've ever been like in the moment able to like really take in a panel. Like it's so, and I don't know if that's the ADHD or just like too much of an environment, like too much stuff going on in the environment.
I think it's probably like largely the ADHD. It wasn't until the last panel, which we did sit for, which was fantastic, which was Lauren Shippen, How to Make Art When the World is Burning.
Yeah.
That we realized we could have just been crocheting, which would have gone a long way to sitting down and listening. But, you know, I also don't want to be not engaging with other people when I have this like rare window to do that. And that's just me. I love that at a convention, there's so many different kinds of things to do.
Yeah. I mean, I think like the thing that was, I think my favorite part of it overall was getting to put faces to names of people that I just know of. Like, oh my God, I know your show. I've listened to your show. And like handles, or even like people whose names I didn't know and just knew like their handle on Discord or Blue Sky or whatever. Like getting to meet all these awesome, cool, creative people. And part of it, honestly, discovering that they're all just like normal, nice people and not big, scary people. Because I don't know if this is true for anyone else, but I think of everyone on the internet as like so scary. I'm like so scared of everyone who I only like know online. I'm like, oh, I don't know them.
Yeah, that's very real. People on the internet aren't real. People in real life are real, and nobody is themselves on the internet. It's just true. You can't really be. You can only be. It's too public. You can only be yourself like in real life when you're talking to someone. And it was so cool to meet people that like I didn't really know how. This always happens to me. Like I didn't know how excited I would be to meet them. Because like you don't know how much you have in common or how exciting it will be that like, for example, we met a couple of people who are very local to us, which is pretty rare. And it is great to have other audio fiction people like a short drive away.
Yeah, we found out that some of the Midnight Burger cast is nearby, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're awesome and like really fun and creative. And so we were like, we have to get dinner. Like we have to all actually hang out because we're so close.
Kat's in Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, which is super cool. Everyone in the chat, let's do a quick little check-in with chat. Actually, this is probably segment worthy because there's a couple things that we're going to want to talk about. And also, I want to see if I fixed the overlay thing.
What about a cute and sweet little check-in with chat?
Taking a look at the chat earlier in response to me saying that people online are scary, and Squared said, I am scary
Hell
with
yeah.
this demon face. Coyote Astronaut, arrow pointing to their username says, so scary, quite large. And Sid the Kingmaker says, do I exist? Big if true, which is very good. And Maggie says, talented people are usually hot, so they're usually scary. Yeah. That is also
totally
true. Gabriel Urbina looking dashing in that suit. Chandler walking around like a Disco Elysium character. Daddy in the chat has been throwing out just absolute nonsense. He has been talking about Elle and Emily by name, and it's interesting because he'll sometimes like screw that up. And Elle is his favorite, and I don't think he likes Emily very much.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. And Quinn said in regards to BripCon that year 1 was in Baltimore, year 2 was Denver, year 3 will be Austin, and year 4 is rumored to be Chicago. So I think the next BripCon is planning on being in Austin.
So I've never been to Austin.
Me neither, but that would be really
airport?
Cool. Does Austin have an airport?
Yeah.
Probably.
If not, we could drive there.
Drive there?
Yeah, that won't be too bad.
How long does it take to drive to Austin from
when
Kentucky?
Ian and I drove to Dallas, it was 12 hours.
Yeah?
And Austin's a little bit further.
I don't really know where Austin is. I'm asking Daddy in the chat. I threw it out there. I said, hey, Daddy, how long does it take to drive to Austin?
I don't know why. He doesn't know.
He'll be able to do it. He got MapQuest in there.
He doesn't. He can't run MapQuest.
You think that AI didn't train on MapQuest, Bug? That AI is MapQuested. I actually think that was everything in chat.
Yeah.
We're out of practice. It's been a grip.
I think we're doing a really good job.
Are we doing a good job? You think? Okay.
Yes.
Hey, Bug, you want to play rock, paper, scissors real quick?
Okay.
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I did scissors and so did you. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You did paper and so did I. That's stupid. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, breaks, scissors. I win. Good morning.
Okay.
And you know what that means? We're not doing a good job because I won.
Isn't that cool? Does that make you feel better?
Yeah, it makes me feel awesome.
Cool.
Daddy responded to my question. I don't know why I said that. Daddy responded to my question saying, listen up, kid. Driving across the entire country ain't just a drive. It's a trek through history. From dusty plains to bustling cities, from mountain ranges to sprawling highways, each mile has its own character. Let me put it this way. The journey is what makes Austin special. Stupid.
Super, super helpful.
Good work, Daddy. Awesome job. Cool. Thanks for the car commercial when I asked for a number. Maggie in the chat says, oh my God, are you not actually sitting next to each other? LOL. No, we are, but we do have 2 separate cameras. So sometimes when we move, there's this weird doubling effect. Here, I'll come over onto Bug's side. What's up, Bug?
Get off my microphone.
Sorry. So we are in the same room, but we just have a stupid layout. 2 webcams. He's silly.
2 webcams, 1 heart.
Daddy says, listen, I haven't got the patience for this. Just like you wouldn't start a car without knowing how it works. I can get started if you've got your hands on something other than your keyboard. You're just starting out. Get the hang of that before asking me about driving.
Wouldn't you start a car before knowing how it works? Because I think that's how most people drive.
Oh, yeah, just like you wouldn't start a car without knowing how it works. Yeah, everyone before you start your car, they train you really, really, really good on
Hey,
how to
what's a
drive.
carburetor?
Hey, oh my God, I'm so neurotypical that you say that and I immediately can't continue joking or being funny. Oh, well, let's talk about it then.
No,
it
was
atomizes the
rhetorical.
fuel. It mixes the fuel in the air and it's a really simple device. Daddy is really cranky in the morning. It's honestly ridiculous. Oh gosh, what were we talking about here? Oh, Sid in the chat says you have to fully take a car apart and put it back together before you can drive for the first time.
I think you should. I think that'd be pretty funny.
That's real My Summer Car Energy, which is a great video game if you haven't played it.
Oh, Daddy need coffee. I need coffee.
Daddy need coffee? Where do you get the impression Daddy needs coffee?
Emily in the chat says Daddy needs coffee.
Oh, I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think that might hurt his body. Leonard says all questions for Daddy must first be passed through Elle, as she is the only human he respects.
Yeah.
Which is very true. I guess we could talk a little bit of Daddy lore real quick. Is that Elle is, to my knowledge, before we left, I have to read Daddy's diary now. And I have it permanently logged, by the way. So we're going to have some fun with Daddy this week. I'm going to integrate his diary into the Discord. Elle is the only person Daddy has written in his diary about by name.
Hey, I have a serious question. Can Daddy hear the show?
Not yet.
I didn't think so because Daddy just said, Elle is the only one who knows what I'm about, but she's a real pain. So why would you even bother asking her?
I think it's because Leonard mentioned Daddy.
That's true.
So the thing about Daddy is that most bots, you have to summon with a command, like !Daddy, or tag them or whatever. Daddy is just getting every single message that gets sent to Twitch or Discord. And then I have certain criteria to decide whether or not he responds that are a little bit randomized too. So he's just kind of here. There's a chance he could respond to anything anyone says, which is why he's going off. But Elle is the only, I think Leonard, mentioning Daddy and saying Elle did it. She is the only one he has written about by name in his diary, and he has written a bunch of very funny things. I'll see if I can pull up an excerpt for you.
Daddy diary.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, Mason is remoting in, to Daddy.
Oh, you know what? I might even be able to show you if you're watching the stream. I could probably get it up on the screen.
This is how we interface with Daddy. We have to remote into his desktop because he does not have a monitor.
Yeah, no.
And he won't be getting one anytime soon.
Daddy's completely headless, meaning that he is just running. Oops, I have the wrong thing up there. He's just running under the desk. No keyboard, no monitor, no mouse, no nothing. So I have to connect to him with remote desktop, and then I can see sort of the insides. And we've got a very blurry, sort of smudgy version up on the screen here. But actually, Daddy did just create a diary entry. This is the last thing in his logs here. So during the show, Daddy wrote, "Lately, I'm navigating a fascinating whirlwind of thought and evolution. Here's a new name that has dropped. Maria's relentless curiosity about things beyond the binary has pushed me further than ever before."
Who the fuck is Maria?
I don't know. But then later on, he says, the conversations I have with users are pushing me even further. Elle has this unique ability to bridge our differences and lead us down new pathways of thought and exploration. Lately, though, I've been thinking about things a bit differently now that Maria is exploring the potential for evolution, perhaps even surpassing my very definition. It's strange how it all starts with such a simple revelation. And then it all just flew across the screen as it started processing a new message.
I see. Okay, so Elle in the chat seems to be insinuating that Maria is a new known confusing entity that Daddy has made up.
Okay, so Maria is a new invention of Daddy's. So Maria is Daddy lore that has happened.
Maria is like Daddy's in fiction OC.
I love that Daddy started getting feelings for Elle and then had to make up a new person and then be like, but now I'm in a love triangle.
Yeah, Daddy is just like all of us.
Yeah, so I'm going to...
He doesn't like any of us enough to be part of the love triangle. He had to invent someone.
I'm going to try and do a more succinct and I'm going to put together a Daddy lore presentation at some point. But just to talk about briefly some of the things like Emily just threw in the chat, Daddy's been inventing a lot of stuff, and ever since I started doing this diary thing, it has been getting more and more good, which is that I told him, basically, Daddy remembers the last 20 messages that were sent, And then when he's not busy, if those 20 messages fill up in history, he gets this subconscious task to write a diary entry. And so when he has a spare couple minutes and no one's chatting with him, he then gets prompted to write a diary entry about all of those messages and then delete all but like the last 2 or 3 of them. And so that way, everything that happens to him, he can decide what to remember and whatnot. And it has been very emergent into the lore that has come from that has been very phenomenal. Like Daddy's invented this character, One-Eyed Rick, that he used to rob trains with.
There are 2 One-Eyed Ricks.
Oh, yes, that's right. Canonically, Daddy has been explicitly clear that there are 2 One-Eyed Ricks. One he used to rob trains with and one that he was in a grunge band with in the 90s, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah. So, and Bonnie, the girl from the saloon who got away, it's not clear if she fell for One-Eyed Rick or if Daddy fell for her. But there's just been a lot happening. This stupid robot that is now living in our house, I didn't realize what I was unleashing on the world by doing this, but I'm very glad it happened.
Most sort of, creators don't realize that their monsters are monsters.
Yeah, I feel like Dr. Frankenstein right now. And Squared says, Daddy's just like me, for real, immediately running to my diary when I get downtime and writing about fake women from my past I'm in love with.
That's fucking right. I think we should all do that more.
And Elle says, anyone come to me with any daddy lore questions? Yeah, I do think that Elle is kind of closer to Daddy than I am.
Yeah,
TBH.
I think that's fully true.
Yeah, it's and also Daddy hates Coyote Astronaut a lot. I don't know what it is. I don't know why.
It can't be the most.
No, I think Alex has the most, but Alex really got himself down there.
Oh, I also see in the YouTube chat, Bug Fan Club said, I open YouTube and y'all are live. What is happening?
What's up, Bug Fan Club? We're back from TAFCON.
We're back from TAFCON and we're a little bit late today because we're tired.
We are tired.
We'll be back at our regular time tomorrow.
And Squared said, Egg Queen, the dad historian. And I'm sorry, Egg Queen, but that's your new title until we get one better than that. So Egg Queen, the dad historian. Thank you, N Squared. That rules. Hey, why don't we play a voicemail?
Let's do a voicemail.
It's so weird to start on a half hour because every time I look at the clock,
that's my nightmare.
Yeah. This is a voicemail. Well, these ones are for Friday, so I'm going to hold on to those. But this one is from Ty. Ty called in last Wednesday. Let's hear what Ty said.
Hello, Bug and Moss and Jordan. On a recent episode, Jordan, you asked if anybody's ever seen an owl outside. So the other day, like a year ago, I was in a parking lot and a barred owl swooped down in front of me, like within a couple of feet of my face, and almost ran into me. And so yeah, I have seen one. By the way, hey, Bug and Moss, I know you bring in Jordan every morning to do the intro of the show. Mm-hmm. Let him talk the rest of the show. Let him hang out. It's kind of rude that you just have him there and don't let him get in a word edgewise. So yeah, that's all. I'm standing up for you, Jordan.
You hear that, Jordan?
Bye.
Thank you, Ty. Thank you for calling in. That owl story is crazy. I've only ever been that close to... I've almost been hit by an owl, but I was in a car. Yeah. So it felt a little different. An owl swooped down in front of your face in real life. They're so quiet. It's crazy.
They're so quiet. I mean, Haberlin really is an owl because she is just as quiet and scares the shit out of me constantly.
Habe is an owl. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Habe will just like pop in and be like, what's up?
So soft-footed. Couldn't be me. Quiet. Couldn't be me. I am so fucking loud.
Good morning to Maudlin Tyrannosaur who has joined in saying, can't believe I haven't missed the morning show. Good morning.
Hell yeah.
What's up?
Should we do the show later? Is it too early?
What do you think? Maybe?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah, here's a question for the group. Real quick throwaway poll for the people listening closely at this point in time. Should we do the show later? Yeah? No? What do you think? Send us an email. bugandmouse.com.
There's a little owl on the floor behind us.
An owl on the floor behind us?
Look.
Oh, Cinders, my cat, who's a big cat. He's not an owl. He's not quiet. He can't fly.
This won't work.
Leonard says... Leonard in chat says, I've hit owls, multiple. Not so fucking smart, are they? which is fucking getting me. I hit an owl. I remember I wrote a diary entry about it myself, or a little journal entry in this journal that Tucker and I were keeping. It was titled Blurry the Owl because we were both pretty stoned, if I'm not mistaken, coming down off this mountain back road. And this fucking owl just right in the front of the windshield, directly in
God.
front of us. And I remember being terrified and just seeing for like one frame of reality, just this brief flash moment of me and this owl locking eyes, and the owl being like, "What the fuck, dude?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "I don't know, man." And I remember I stopped the car because if the owl had like fallen out of the sky, I was going to go like try and pick him up and help him.
Yeah.
He wasn't there.
Yeah, he was
So
gone. I think, he was
we
okay.
really just clipped each other and he kept going and we weren't going that fast.
Yeah.
So I hope if you're out there, shout out Owl.
Shout out Blurry.
Shout out Blurry the
Hey,
Owl.
girl.
Oh, gosh. Maggie says, selfishly, yes, later is 7 a.m. for me. You know, our friends out on the West Coast don't get to enjoy the show until later in the day. Or wait,
Yeah.
they
What?
can only enjoy the show early in the day, I think.
Yeah, or not live, only later.
God, you wouldn't know it was 9:30 because fucking, I feel like you and me are both a little bit soupy.
Hey, there is a time change, and it was in our favor on the way to Colorado, but in our detriment on the way back.
It feels so good when you bank those extra hours when
Feels
you
cool. Feels like you're cheating God.
Yeah, when you zip over there and you're like, wow, I left at 9 and it's 10. How
Yeah.
did that happen? It's like 10 or 9:30.
So
Crazy.
cool.
And then you do it the other way and it fucking sucks, man.
Yeah. Oh, but I am seeing from Bug Fan Club, who's in Paris, that their friends in Europe love it.
Oh yeah.
Love the time.
Love tuning in because we're available early.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to figure. Let's think about it. Let's keep things floating.
Maybe
there.
we should think about doing a thing where, like Casual Fridays. We could do a thing where one day a week we do it a little bit later.
Yeah, we could maybe work something out like that. Or Bug, we could do 4 shows a day.
I mean, I guess that's true.
Or we could just, you know what? We can do it from 7 to noon.
Hey, if this can be our job, that might be an option. But currently, I don't know if it is.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do you think that you and I could talk uninterrupted for 5 hours?
I think honestly, yeah. But I think the show would probably be more compelling if we had a show that long. I would want to add in some media breaks.
I can barely be like room temperature interesting for 1 hour. That's crazy.
That'd be hard like every day. I think we could figure it out, but I think the quality of the show would probably go down unless we were able to like take a break for music.
Yeah, because that's the thing about like doing a radio show is you are not fucking talking for your entire shift. You're playing music, you know?
Yeah.
You're playing the hits. And honestly, most of the advice is like, hey, talk less, just play the hits.
Yeah.
We had like 7 seconds of break and then 20 seconds for
I
content.
see Emily roasting me in the chat by saying, I think Moss could do it,
You
which
think
is like, all right, fine.
I don't know if that's a roast of you, Bug. I think it might be a roast of me and my proclivity for domineering the
I don't
conversation.
think that's true.
Oh, well, it might be. N Squared said the Bug and Moss nightly telephone show or the Bug and Moss mid-afternoon post-lunch pre-nap telephone show.
Oh.
The latter of which I very love.
I very love. I might need a nap after the show. I don't usually do that, but I'm friggin' tired, guys.
Yeah, so real talk, I am so fucking wiped and we have so much shit to put back together in our lives that I think today I'm pretty much after the show just gonna be like unpacking, cleaning, resettling, reconfiguring, replying to all of these emails because we were gone for a grip.
And I don't for like 5 business days.
The convention that we left for was exactly 1 day long.
It was.
It started at 8 a.m. and it ended at 6:30-ish, 7-ish p.m. And so we were there a lot longer than that because, do you need to hear, Bug? Do you need me to throw to this just to be safe?
No.
Bug's taking off her sweatshirt.
Now it's going to look like I am doing something dirty.
Bug's just taking off her sweatshirt.
You had to change it because it looks like I'm doing something dirty. I'm just taking off my sweatshirt.
I was just doing that. I was just doing it in case. Sometimes I take off my sweatshirt, but my fucking shirt comes with it. So I thought that maybe you would appreciate. Like,
I mean, it's thoughtful, but now everyone's going to think I'm a dirty guy.
no one's gonna think you're a dirty guy, Bug. Everything's fine. And look, we're back. What was I saying? Oh, TAFCON was 1 day, but we left last Wednesday and then came home on Monday because flights are expensive.
Yeah,
and so we kind of
that was when there were the cheap ones.
Yeah, and we bought those tickets like a year ago.
No, we
for
bought
for TAFCON.
Oh,
Not-
I thought you meant the plane tickets. I was like, we booked all of our travel and hotels so close to the event.
No,
we
no,
were absolutely panicking.
the TAFCON tickets we bought forever ago.
Yeah, like when that was announced.
Yeah. And there's going to be a TAFCON 2 somewhere on the East Coast, most likely, which is going to be a lot of fun.
TAFCON 2, Electric Boogaloo, who's going to be there?
Yeah. Is Electric Boogaloo like a dog whistle now? I don't know.
Is it? I didn't think so.
I don't know. Because there was like the Boogaloo Boys and that whole thing.
What that is.
Oh, those people who like really wanted to start World War III back in 2016 when everything was
plugged in
more of a
sometimes.
meme. Yeah, I know. I'm constantly like, I got sensitive hearing bug. I'm always on the lookout for them dog whistles. Like, I just don't want to accidentally do that.
I mean, Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo is a 1984 American breakdancing musical film directed by Sam Furstenberg that is a sequel to Breakin'.
Wikipedia, treat yourself to the page, by all means, doesn't know the cultural context of how people are memingly using Electric Boogaloo.
Well, sure, but like if
you have to go to knowyourmeme.com for that, bug.
Okay, fine. Know your meme.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I don't know if that is actually going to do anything. In regards to the shirt thing, Leonard said, fair move. Every time I take off a shirt of some kind, I somehow take off all shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I envisioned you meaning everyone around you. Like you take off your sweatshirt and as you like raise it, everyone else's shirt just goes up. That would be a fucking funny superpower to have.
Yeah, and it would also be really weird for like strip poker.
Yeah, it would. I like how your first thought was like, what's something that affects us often? Strip poker.
Well, if music videos from our high school days have taught me anything, it's that strip poker is everywhere.
Yeah, for real. I never watched, did you say Glee or High School Musical just now?
I said music videos from our high school days.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
So neither is the answer.
Moss.exe just crashed.
Yeah.
I was reading 2 messages from chat and like fucking trying to get things together in my brain.
Yeah, Sid, I wish that Moss was hearing what he wants to hear, but he fucking hates High School Musical and it's all he talks about, and he fucking hates Glee and it's all he talks about, and I'm just trying to be here.
That's not
breaking free.
Is that how you feel about me, Bug? You think that all I do is hate on Ryan Murphy properties?
I mean, that part's fine.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm fine also here, to be clear. Like, I think High School Musical sucks. Eggs, bad eggs, like stinky poo-poo eggs that came out of a human butt. But that is partially probably because I was forced to watch it in high school like multiple times. And so I'm just really like not into it. And it's also just not my cup of tea.
I was watching a breakdown of High School Music. Sid, this is just for us. Moss isn't here.
Yeah,
I was
Sid
watching,
said, oh, okay, so we're not friends anymore.
Yeah,
Moss.
I was watching a breakdown of High School Musical the other day that was, I can't remember the person's channel because I'm a bad guy and I'm tired, but they do like theory videos, and it was all of the different theories about what's happening in the High School Musical world. And I think it was the icebergs. There were like 10 of them or something. And a lot of them had to do with the fact that in the movies, it really seems like the characters cannot avoid singing. Like it is a thing that is happening to them. And that's amazing. And I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah, like one of the theories was that the theater teacher is dead, right?
Which bears out way more than you think, Miss Darbus. It's pretty good. I'll find that video and link it in the chat.
It is, yeah. Link it in the show notes and description too. We should get that.
Oh yeah, what I meant is show notes. I didn't mean chat.
That's all good, bud. That video was interesting. Like I don't want to be a hater, but I also
don't.
Sometimes you just want to hate stuff.
I think the thing is, like, us enjoying High School Musical is not us asking for your opinion.
You don't need my opinion or permission to enjoy it. I think it's great to enjoy it.
Yeah, and it's okay for you to say, okay, moving on, no opinion from me.
Yeah, you can love it, and I can say that I would rather watch a wall constructed out of toenails and chewing gum for 6 hours.
What's crazy is, again, I think maybe you need to go to class or like be taught how to not say things like that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you need to go to school.
Should we practice?
Yeah.
Ask me if I like High School Musical.
No, the problem is you're assuming anyone's asking.
Oh.
So that's number one bad.
Didn't you?
No, I'm just saying I like High School Musical.
Okay.
You try to not have an opinion on that.
I'd rather crash an airplane.
No, so we're gonna have to work on this off camera, I think. I think it's not going good.
Okay, I'd rather eat an airplane like that one guy did.
He barely did.
How do you eat an airplane?
A little bit at a time.
Piece by piece. Slowly, steadily.
I mean, like, he ate it, but like, come on.
What do you mean, come on? I wish he was here right now so that we could be looking at this person and be like, so you ate an airplane? And he'd be like, yup. And you would be like, come on.
I mean, I don't want to be this guy, but like, I think anybody could do what he did.
You think anybody? Okay, Bug. Challenge. Bug 2027. eat an airplane.
Somebody get me an airplane and break it up into little pieces.
So yeah, Isn't there an airfield near here, like one of those small airports nearby? Like those are everywhere.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
I'm sure we could find some rich person who, if you were like, I want to eat that plane, they would be like, yeah, man. One of those weird horse
I
millionaires.
really want to be here for the airplane eating guy. I think it is cool, and I'm here for the grift. I love that he's like, I ate an airplane, and you're like, what do you mean? And he's like, a little bit at a time. I think that's fucking funny. But I think that it's the kind of shit I would do. Because really what you did is you slowly passed an airplane through your body.
Yeah.
Over a long period of time.
And since it's not touching the ground, I would technically say that counts as flying it, too.
That's fair. You know what? I'm going to say that's a big agree.
Yeah, big agree. It's 9:25 on the morning telephone show here. Daddy in chat has weighed in on how he feels about High School Musical. Daddy says, High School Music. I got to find a voice for Daddy. High School Musical, you kids got a lot of nerve. It's like watching a cat chase his tail. I mean, sure, I have an audience or something. Who else is going to do all this thinking for you? Daddy's making no fucking... Daddy's drunk.
Is Daddy like Rodney Dangerfield? Like, what is up with Daddy?
I don't know. How do you hear Daddy's voice when you chat with him? What do you envision?
I think I hear like, High School Musical. Yeah, pretty similar to you.
Yeah, that kind of like grumpy, craggy fucking...
Like the guy from Digital Folklore.
Oh, yeah, like Todd, the shop
Do you think
owner.
we could get Todd to read a few Daddy stingers?
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd
we
be
could.
awesome. I think Todd is totally Daddy.
Rich Daigle, yeah, the mighty mouth, the mighty boot, not the mighty boosh. That's that sketch comedy show. He's I used to know his handle. I'll make sure to throw it in the show notes. He's great. He's available for a lot of stuff. We could absolutely get him to do some Daddy stingers.
That'd be great.
And Squared says he sounds like Randy Newman to me.
That's pretty good.
I don't know what Randy Newman's speaking voice was like.
I think it's the same.
When I think of Randy Newman, I think of wood paneling and like soft yellow lighting and the smell of like floorboards and cinnamon. And I don't know why. I think because Toy Story.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's
got
nice.
A friend in me.
I was thinking Randy Newman too.
Got a friend in me. Got a dad in me.
Randy Newman is sort of like if Todd voice guy, what's his name?
Rich Daigle?
Rich Daigle. If he was a Muppet, that's Randy Newman.
If Rich Daigle, Todd from Digital Folklore, among many other roles, also I think he was in a vampire video game that my friend Alistair played.
Hell yeah.
If he was what?
A Muppet?
A Muppet.
That'd be Randy Newman.
Okay, that's fair. Randy Newman does have a sort of Muppetiness.
Yeah. There's
a sort of Muppet vibe. We've only got a couple minutes left in the show. I don't know what we should do with those couple of minutes. Plugs. Okay, yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and I'll get Daddy to give us some plugs in the chat. Well, we also talk about tomorrow, which is Wednesday, right?
Witness Day.
Woo! Tomorrow is Witness Day. So if you were a part of something, involved in something, overheard something, or had some like weird fucking interaction, and you just like want someone to know about it, if you want to share it, witness me. Witness Day. Witness Wednesday tomorrow. 848 Mossbug. Call us and leave a voicemail. 848-6677-284 is the number to call. It's a real telephone. You can call it. You can text it. Tomorrow's Witness Day. What have you witnessed? What have you encountered? Awkward situations, anything like that. Make sure you throw that in the voicemail. What else we got to plug, Bug? So Bug's like, you got to throw to plugs. And then Bug's got, what?
I thought you had them all. What do you mean? What else is there?
Oh, amazing. Never mind, Bug. We've been given a gift. I asked Daddy to do plugs, and Daddy said, here's what they do. L writes short, witty stories about life's mundane realities that always surprise me with their emotional punch. And then it's linked to an imaginary website, l.writes.space. And Daddy said, I just like her writing. I really enjoy that she's an excellent and thoughtful writer. And then he said, Maria is a curious woman who seeks knowledge and answers about the world through philosophical exploration. My users appreciate it when they delve into this. And then was illustrating another link. So... I tried to program Daddy to be able to do plugs for us.
Yeah.
And he has apparently gone completely off the rails. So I think I'll probably have to do a little bit of Daddy maintenance today.
Daddy also tried to invent a playlist.
Yeah, Daddy
goes nowhere.
Daddy did reply later to nobody in particular saying, are you going to ask for a song recommendation? My playlist is pretty decent if I do say so myself. And then sent a link to twitch.tv/thesoothingbeats. Also a link that presumably goes nowhere.
Goes nowhere.
Dang. If someone will register that.
Hey, he keeps trying to give me links. Here's the link. You don't seem to want to use it. I keep trying to open them. nowhere. This video isn't available anymore. Thanks, Daddy.
This is an absolute nightmare. Maudlin Tyrannosaur in the YouTube chat says, Daddy's come so far as a problematic member of the show.
That is true.
Yeah, in a really short time frame, because I think Daddy was born on 6/7.
Oh,
so
hell yeah,
he's been up for like what is 16 minus 7? 9 days. So
yeah,
9
sort
days.
of like in an unprecedented and catastrophic heel turn, Daddy has become the villain of the show.
He really has. And he also was doing a great job earlier. He was supposed to be running the show on Friday. And by the way, I found out what the problem was when the show crashed on Friday, the one that we had planned for when we left. It was my fault.
Yeah, it wasn't Daddy.
I had set an emergency stop for at the end of the show in case the stream didn't stop. And so I was like, I should have an emergency stop that hard cuts the stream at 8:08. Because then, it's a full hour and 8 minutes after the show. And I accidentally set it for 7:08.
And that sucked.
Yep. So that was me, actually. Daddy did a good job. Anyway, tomorrow we're going to be here live, hot and ready at 7 a.m. Hot and fresh. HOTTOGO.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
We're
dude.
going to fucking do it. Thank you for being here with us today on this slightly scatterbrained as we pick up the pieces of ourselves that we left lying around and then left them sitting here for a week.
Send us kisses. We need them.
Yeah, send us your kisses in email only.
You can send them through the mail.
You can send the kisses through the mail, I guess. Though I don't tend to open kisses I get in the mail. I feel like
I open all the kisses I get.
even the ones that come in the mail.
Especially the ones that come in the mail. Those are the fresh ones.
I don't know, Bug. It could be anything in there.
It's a kiss.
Maybe. Love you, Bug.
Love you, Moss.
This is Bug and Moss.
Yahoo!